FNL Vintage. Retro runway footage. Resurfaced interviews. And style archives. Revisit iconic collections. And celebrities. Of fashion seasons past.
So I'm standing on the red carpet with the one and only Heidi Klum. How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
Good, good. You look beautiful as you always do.
Thank you so much.
So I wanted to
Where's
ask
your
you,
red dress?
you know, I'm not sure. I think I have a red tank top or red underwear on.
Oh, let's see.
It's not the strip show on the red carpet. You're here for Diet Coke. We'll do that after. We'll do it at the Thames. So what really inspired you? You're the spokesperson for Diet Coke, right?
Yes.
And the Heart Truth.
I have been for the last 3 years because I think it's a very important cause. And I've walked in the show a few times, and I've done numerous events and things where I can try to get, this word out that women go to the doctor and get tested more often, more frequently, because they never really take care of themselves. Everybody else, but never themselves.
Because they're nurturing and take care of the kids or family or whatever.
Exactly. You got it.
So make sure you go take care of yourself. Get your heart checked out. It's the #1 killer for women, and we need women to procreate, right? We want kids and have a big family.
Well, and also we rule the world.
That's
I don't
right.
know if you know that yet, but
I do.
You would be in big trouble if we weren't here.
I just listen. I
Yes.
listen to. I
You
listen.
listen and you say happy wife, happy life.
That's right. And the honeydew listen to everything. Thank you so much. Say hi to your husband for me.
Thank you.
All right. Wait, can I talk to you on camera?
Only if you can have me and
This
Tadashi.
is Tadashi. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. You did a good job here.
Isn't?
It's very, very beautiful. Tell me about the fabric and everything.
Oh, this is chiffon, silk chiffon, and beautiful figure, flattering. Yes, look at sensual. Everything curvy. What can I say more?
I don't know, Tadashi. Bring it on.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Tadashi, touch my butt.
Oh, damn. Look at that. He said curve and touch that booty.
Yeah, Tadashi. Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So how's everything been going with you?
Everything is going very well. I'm very excited to be here. I'm working on my 5th album, but I stopped because we need to come out here and promote heart health.
So no more acting?
Oh, well, there's always be acting. There will always be acting. I just want to make sure that I pick the right role next time. I just don't want to jump into anything. I'm very particular, and I wanted to take a little break to get myself together, and that's where I am right now.
And what do you want to say to all your fans out there?
I want to say I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me all these years. Check out PepsiWeInspire.com.
Say that again?
PepsiWeInspire.com.
Tell me about that.
That I am doing a online community to where we talk about the little things in life and how it is important to realize that just somebody saying I like your tie is just as important as giving somebody
like my tie?
I do like your tie. I actually have curtains that match that, and that's a compliment.
Thank you. I like your dress. Good job. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm standing here with Eric Kim, the designer for Mixire. How are you doing, Eric?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
So tell me about this collection.
It's definitely what I wanted to do. It's outside the box. It's not so cookie cut, you know. It's not so edgy and so forward that it's so avant-garde that you can't wear it, but it's definitely not your average Joe.
Now, Mixire is your name, Eric Kim, backwards.
Correct.
Does that represent in any way your line? Maybe you are reverting to something
I
or
would
something.
say it reflects kind of the way I did things. You know, I did things kind of backwards. You know, I sold my company and went corporate and realized that that corporate way just wasn't for me. You know, and I just had to do things my way. You know, and that's where I'm at. So I'm back to where I was.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm happy again. You know, I'm inspired. You know, I think I lost that, you know, being with that corporate environment really drained me. And now I'm just, you know, I'm inspired to do it again, you know, and I'm having fun. And that's what's important.
Unfortunately, it seems like corporations are more interested in the dollar in the sense, not really the art of creating the clothing. I mean, this is just my perception. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it's more about the numbers and let's just have a high profit turnover and the ROI.
That's reality, though.
Right.
You know, and it's not to say I don't either. I mean, I dabble in the market as well with other investments, but those are specifically for businesses. You know, that's for business reasons. You know, like C Prime, for instance, is another corporation that I've invested into, which is a great. It's basically an energy supplement. They're actually wearing it right there behind us, but it's an incredible product. But you know, and that's obviously not a creative thing, but it's more for the money, and this is more for me.
So tell me about the line. Define your consumer. Who is your line?
The guy who's a little bit more forward, you know, the guy who doesn't want to look like the average Joe. That knows a little bit about fashion, you know.
Color palette, fabrics. Tell me about that.
Fabrics, a lot of cashmeres, a lot of wools. You know, it is a fall-winter collection, so it is heavy. And a lot of leathers, especially lambskin, because it's much more supple. It's a much bigger line than I did before. I did the shoes and the boots myself. I did the bags, the luggage, you know, the belts. Pretty much the entire collection except the underwear and the socks is ours. Yeah, so I mean, it's a true bespoke. I went to a true cobbler to make shoes. You know, I went back to the old school roots, and I went and worked with these guys, and it was great. It was fun.
I'm so excited to see it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll have to stay warm with all this crazy weather here in New York City.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Take care.
Just bounce to this. Just bounce to this. Come on. Just bounce to this. Just bounce to this. Just bounce to this. Yeah. Just bounce to this. Just bounce to this. Collabo. Just bounce to this. Just bounce to this. Yeah. Just bounce to this. Just bounce to this. Yeah. Just bounce to this. Just bounce to this. We're backstage at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week with one of the designers about to feature your line, George Chakra. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, yourself?
Very, very, very well. You look very nice, very classic.
Very classic. Oh, yeah. I love this word. Thank you.
So I want you to tell me all about your collection. I want to know about the color palette, the fabric, the inspiration, everything.
The inspiration is I love to play a lot with the contrast between everything. and this time I chose to play with a feminine masculine look. So we'll see lots of looks this way. I got inspired too by Lucio Fontana. He's a painter who used to laser his canvas. So we see lots of these cuts in the décolleté in the front and back. And that's it. And for the color, lots of black, touch of red. It's a bright red, tomato red. And we have touch of platinum and silver and blue too.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm looking very forward to seeing your collection. I'm here backstage at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week with Fern Malice, Vice President of IMG Fashion. Fern, how are you doing today?
Doing good. You're doing good.
Now, the first question I have to ask you is, what are you wearing?
My stripes and fun things. I'm wearing Donna Karan Urban Zen pants and a sweater from Egg in London.
So this is the last season of Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week right here at Bryant Park. It's kind of saddening. I mean, it's a little sad, right? There's all these images everywhere, previous seasons of different celebrities that I've attended, but you really brought this together. I remember I've interviewed you probably every single season I've been doing this, and it's been quite a while. And you went out and reached out to all the designers and said, hey, come to this one venue. Let's have all the press. You organized and created really what Fashion Week is today. And now you're moving from Bryant Park to Lincoln Center. How does that feel in that transitioning period?
Well, on one hand, it's sad and nostalgic, but on the other hand, you have to, take the high road and say change is good, and it gives us an opportunity to reinvent and tweak things in a way. But we're still going to have tents, and they're going to be outdoors and on the Lincoln Center campus at Damrosch Park, over between the Met and the Coke Theater, and and then we have the opportunity to interface and work with all the other facilities there and all the cultural institutions. I think for the fashion community to be rubbing shoulders with all the great art disciplines there could be a very exciting future for both classifications of people. For the artists and the dancers and the opera, and to see all this fashion, and it gives fashion its imprimatur as a culture. I think it elevates everything in a way by being at Lincoln Center.
Now, is there anything that's going to be different? Like, I know here we have 3 venues. Is it 3 or 4 venues here?
We have 3 venues, and right now the plan is to pretty much replicate these 3 venues there. What will change will be some of this familiarity of the backstages or the corridors, or the lobby will change just because of the way it's designed there. But it'll be like when you go to Saks Fifth Avenue and they redo a floor.
Right.
All the stuff you like is there, but it's just maybe in a different place. So you get annoyed at first because you can't find it, then you figure it out and you're okay.
Well, I am excited to see Fashion Week, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week at the Lincoln Center. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
You're very, very nice.
Thank you. Enjoy
Absolutely.
the show.
I am backstage at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, Fall/Winter 2010 with the one and only Custo Barcelona. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Are
very
you nervous a little bit? Or?
Not really. Very, very relaxed. Everything looks like under control.
That is absolutely amazing. A lot of designers say, "Oh, I'm a little bit nervous. But you got everything under control. You got all your people running around doing what they're supposed to be doing.
We are too old to be nervous.
So I want to know all about your collection this season.
Well, we titled it Hairy Metal because we like to play ironically with the concept of heavy metal. Besides that, the final result of the collection doesn't really correspond to heavy metal. Hairy because we mix a lot of long hair synthetic fur mixed with materials that has a metal shine. Hairy metal.
Oh, hairy metal. That's interesting. Did you like heavy metal when you were younger?
Yeah, of course. I will show you.
Yes, please show me. Look, we get one-on-one. We're gonna see the collection before it goes on the runway.
This is metal, and this is hair. Hairy metal. This is metal, and this is hair. Hairy metal. This is the concept. Very simple. At the end.
And as we still see, we see the unique shapes and patterns. I'm sure that we're gonna see always in your collections, right? That's your trademark, your stamp.
This is our DNA. Yeah.
So tell me, when you sat down with this hairy metal concept, was there something that just bam, you got it? Like, was something happen to you? Did you go someplace? And was there like some type of specific inspiration, something like this?
Well, everything starts with an idea, but after that you have a long journey to develop this collection like every collection for us take 6-7 months. That means you start from one station, but you end up in a very long journey, sometimes in a very different station. You know.
Now, where do you live? Where's your base?
Barcelona in Spain.
Okay, and do you feel that the city you live in inspires you, and with everything that you're doing with the collections, with it does?
Barcelona is a great city. Have you been there?
No, I would love to go. I would love to come. Oh, you invite me. Okay, I come now that you. I would love to. Is that where you're from?
Yes, Barcelona.
I wasn't sure. Maybe you live in New York, LA. You travel a lot. I'm
Well,
sure.
traveling all the time, but really, where I pay the parking fines is in Barcelona.
Thank you so much. I'll take you up on the offer. I'll give you a call when I come to Barcelona. Muchas gracias. I'm backstage at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week right here in New York City for Fall Winter 2010 with Natalie. She's integrated herself in the entertainment industry. I just asked her what she does, and she told me basically everything. So I want you to tell me a little bit more about that. But prior to telling me about that, I've got to ask you a top model question with all the fans out there. My question is there anything you can kind of tell us that you're not supposed to tell us? Anything at all that we didn't see on camera?
I think it's a great stepping stone. It was amazing opportunity to be there. And I think it's very different from what you see on TV and the actual experience. And you just can fill in the gaps, kind of.
So what are you doing now?
I'm acting, I'm singing, I'm hosting a show, an event tonight, and I'm still modeling. I'm with an agency, so it's going well.
So do you feel like that big stepping stone that you talked about earlier, how it kind of taught you different things, has helped you in the modeling world?
I think it all depends on you. It depends on you, what you want to do in your life, your career. Definitely, it was a good opportunity for me to see, how the TV industry works. I would say, because it's not really very, it's modeling and TV. So real world of modeling is quite different. But it was great. I loved it.
Thank you so much for your time, and good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It
Thank
was
you.
amazing.
I am here in Times Square backstage with Carmen Marcavalvo. Carmen, how are you doing today?
Good, Rocco. How are you?
I am good. Are you a little bit nervous at all about your show?
Starting to become. Yeah. It's starting to kick in.
Now, you're about to show your Fall Winter 2010 collection right here in Times Square, the heart of New York City. There's a lot of energy here. A lot of things are happening. Tell me about your collection. I see some really bold colors and beautiful fabrics.
Right, absolutely. Well, it's fall 2010. It's the year of the tiger. And actually, the Chinese New Year started yesterday. This has no influence on the collection, but somehow we decided to do something with the 1940s, kind of like Shanghai East meets West twist. So it's very Asian inspired, but with a Western sensibility. Hence, golds, citrines, olives, beautiful crimson, lacquer, black. It's a rich, bold color statement.
Wow. Now, with all creative people, I think that there's this creative brainstorming. You sit down, you think, okay, I want to put together this collection, or I want to make this art piece. I want to do this, that. I want to express myself creatively. What is it that you do specifically prior to going through that process, and how do you execute that process?
Hey, I think for everybody, it's probably the same road, but maybe people put their own twist on it. For me, I try to embrace every new collection with something that I have never done before, something that's new. So it kind of tests my ability. It makes it more interesting for me. And I find out that I become more creative if I push the boundaries, like working with a new fabric or working in a new color palette. And so by doing something new and different, I think people become more creative. And right now, I think that's what the industry needs. So I think it's going to be a beautiful collection and hopefully well received.
Thank you so much for your time. We are here front row at Rebecca Taylor. Look, I had to be a little aggressive. Here, have a seat. I bet your feet are hurting you. I had to be a little bit aggressive there, right? Because those people want to jump on you. So you were amazing on Entourage with Lee. That was really cool.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
So what have you been up to recently?
Well, right now I have a movie, When in Rome, out, so I've been doing just a lot of press for that. And it's a really cute, fun movie. Great, very different character from Ashley on Entourage. Kind of the polar opposite, I'd say.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then what was your most favorite memorable moment on Entourage?
On Entourage?
And do you miss it?
I miss it like crazy. Yeah, I mean, I just recently saw everyone at the Golden Globes after party, and it was just lovely to see them. And I totally plan to come back and visit and hang out. I've actually known Adrian for years, and I guess one of the best moments, it's really a boys' club. So every time E and Ashley would get into bed, a fart machine would go off. Or something.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I actually have one here. Hold on. No, I'm joking. That's funny.
I carry a cushion at all times.
I am backstage with Jill Stewart. She just got finished showing her collection for Fall Winter 2010. How does it feel to have the collection finished, shown? Everyone's making their way out. How did it feel to show your collection?
It feels wonderful. It really does. I'm glad that it's finished.
Now, I remembered one time I interviewed you a few seasons back. I think you told me that you were inspired by a mouse. Is that right? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. The little mouse on the dress.
And that was 4 or 5 years ago, I think, something, maybe even longer ago. So I want to know about this collection. Is there another animal, or what was it that really brought everything together for your whole beautiful collection?
No, there wasn't any animal. There was a lot of snake prints, and there was lips, and there was flower camouflages and roses and lots of prints. There was a mix of prints and textures and mix of decades and mix of silhouettes, but no mice.
Well, it was very beautiful, and I would like to say congratulations on all your success. And also, I run from backstage to backstage to backstage. I feel like it's nonstop, 12 hours a day. And every time, including this lady right over there. Can you come here for a second? Including this woman. And I say, my God, what are you wearing? And you know what they all say? I swear, every time I ask someone what they're wearing when I'm impressed by their dress, what do you think they say?
Jill Stewart.
You got it. I am standing here front row at the Tony Cohen Show, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week right here in New York City with the beautiful Heather Schmidt. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, yeah, I got my little pink tie, my black suit. We look like we're matching.
Yes, this is Tony Cohen. I love it. It's really comfortable, actually.
Did you know that Tony was actually a professional baseball player? Isn't that wild? He goes from like professional baseball to now fashion.
I read that. I guess he's just good at everything, right? But I love his stuff. I feel so comfortable and relaxed. I met his designer when I was doing my TV show, and I was like, this is the greatest stuff to work in. It's comfortable but cool, fashion forward. So I was hooked from then.
So what have you been up to? Are you working on a new album, or what's happening?
Yes, I just came back from the Grammys, where I was in the running. Of course, I lost, but
I'm sorry. You should have won. You should have won.
That's okay. The Grammys are so fun. I perform mostly internationally, all over the world. Every show I do benefits a charity. So that my new album, The Goddess Awaits, is benefiting Chi Hang Foundation in China. And I have a TV show in Asia called The Ambassador. And we do charity, and we travel, and I perform, and pop rock music. It's boatloads of fun.
What makes you want to give back so much? Like you're the first celebrity that I've interviewed that has wanted to give back so much, in everything you do, it seems like you're involved with some type of nonprofit charity to help other people. That's really good, and congratulations on that. And did you grow up with not so many things? I mean, how did that become?
Well, you know what? I really feel like now it's the 21st century. It's the future. People are really starting to see that we're all in this world together. When I was in Pakistan the first time, I kind of took a step back. I was an opera singer and had been training my whole life to sort of unit focused. And then I go, wait a minute, this is not the same world that I'm living in, and I have to really understand my place in the world. And at that point, it was like, I feel like my purpose is not to be like Beyonce, the most famous artist, or, but mine is more like every show I do is going to benefit a charity. And in my small way, I'd be able to affect a lot of these small towns and small cities that we go to in China and Pakistan and UAE. And
are there any charities in America that you contribute to or endorse?
Yes, I've worked a lot with Go Red and breast cancer, so I'm a big proponent of them. I work with a lot of AIDS charities here, but what I do is like a small city. So if I'm in Boston, I have a place in Boston.
I'm standing here front row. The Custo Barcelona is about to start. I am with the beautiful Kristen Dalton. She is Miss USA, right?
Yes.
So how did it feel when you got that title, like Miss USA? You walk around, you got the Miss USA everything.
Oh,
it was a dream come true because it's something that I've wanted since I was 3 years old. So the fact that it actually happened was amazing.
Now, were you in beauty pageants when you were way like 2, 3 years old?
No, my mom wouldn't let me do anything like that. Like I always knew I wanted to be Miss USA, but I wasn't allowed to actually pursue it until I was about 18.
So what? Okay, that's the next question. What year did you start? So you started at 18 years old, and how was that getting into it? Were you intimidated? Were you confident? What was your ultimate dream, and have you achieved that yet?
Well, yes, I have because I always wanted to be Miss USA. But you know, of course, at first I was a little bit rusty. I remember my first interview. I was shaking. I was so nervous, and my mom had kind of prepped me on the questions and answers. So I was more trying to memorize the answers. So whenever I was interviewing, it just came across as very nervous. But you know, over the years, I've gotten better, and I feel more confident. And I realize it's more about being natural and comfortable with who you are.
Wow, thank you so much. Congratulations on your title. Thank you. We are backstage at the Mercedes-Benz Star Lounge where all the stars and celebrities hang out in between shows and relax and have a nice glass of water like Miss J. Miss J, how are you doing?
Exhausted.
I am too, you know, doing these shows from night to the morning to night. I don't even know what day it is. I think today's like Sunday.
I think today is Sunday, but I think my Friday rolled into my Sunday, so I'm a little bit exhausted. But I'm on double duty because what I'm doing is basically seeing shows I'm invited to, promoting my book.
Your book? Tell me about the book.
Well, my book, it's about my little life's journey from the South Bronx to Paris.
Do you have a copy?
You know, Miss J always has. Miss J always has a copy. No, the book is called Follow the Model. Yes, that's me on the cover, me and all my fabulous legs. Yes, all me. It's just a book with little stories, as I tell great stories of my experiences throughout my travels and being a little black boy growing up in the South Bronx who wanted to be white because they had nicer houses, lived in nicer neighborhoods. And I also wanted to go to school on a school bus, actually, because I thought going to school on a school bus was gonna be really, really cool, actually.
So you didn't go to school on a school bus. How'd you get to school?
I took the regular bus. I got a bus pass, and I would go to school out of the neighborhood. But I never got picked up on a yellow school bus. I wasn't that white.
You know what? Why don't we set something up now? Maybe I could talk to some people. We'll get a school bus to come pick me up, and we'll go someplace together.
What if I do that? I will probably more than likely go to speak to some students out of school, probably. Maybe up in the Bronx somewhere, because I'm from the New York City, South Bronx.
Maybe like a motivational speaker, letting them know that they can achieve all their dreams just like you have.
I achieved my dreams basically thinking at one point that you needed to be really, really rich and really, really extremely good looking in order to make a dream come true. That was growing up, and I realized what you needed was talent and a great positive attitude and a realistic attitude. And it helps, and I mean, that can help you make the money.
Now, could you tell us, just summarize maybe a little story that's in your book so our viewers have an idea of what your book consists of?
Well, my book consists of how to pronounce designer names, which is really kind of funny. It's little tips for girls on learning how to walk, because that's what I've been doing for years, teaching models how to walk on the catwalk. And just learn to respect yourself, respect others, and to go for it. No matter how many times someone tells you no, go for it. It's okay, it may not take you as long as you would like, but it will take you to the point where you'll say, okay, I've tried it, it worked for me or it didn't work. But most of the time, it works.